Well, it's a good day, and we are here for sports in 60 minutes, right? The whole gang is here. Princewill Oviesan, Olamide Onwuka, and Opeyemi. I'm Femi Fari, by the way. It's good to have you guys come through. April is almost over, and funny enough, we haven't had any forfeit this month. I'm a bit surprised. Princewill, what went wrong with us?
Well, the forfeit usually take place when we talk about the national team. Probably we could just tweak it a little to get into some other area.
Funny enough, we have one of the national teams in our stories, so they'll be sharing all of that. I was going to actually start off with Opey and ask her how this month has been, but I remember she supports Manchester United. I'm like, it's no way.
My month has been amazing.
That has?
Yeah.
But football-wise, has it?
It has, because I'm still in Europa League, so...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Hello.
I thought you were going to even divert and say, oh, you started off with, your other team, your real team in Lagos is doing so well. But it's all right, I forgive you for that.
Why are you always digressing?
Why you talked about Manchester United, and now you are telling me about my other team in MPFL. Hello, let's stick to Manchester United. Manchester United are still in Europa. So.
I'm with you, Jerry.
Okay, all right. So that's part of what we've got lined up, including big stories from the NPFL and stories concerning the under-20 national team. We'll start out with that when we return from this break. All right, so let's get on the way with the under-20 national team representing Nigeria at the under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. Remember, 4 qualifiers will make it all the way to the under-20 FIFA World Cup. The tournament originally was scheduled for Cote d'Ivoire. It's been moved to Egypt. Nigeria's group has also changed as well. Prince, we'll start it off with you because there's only positive stories coming out from the under-20 team.
Well, good preparation. Zabaro just feels that the group of boys is taken to Egypt will do Nigerian proud. For me, the under-20 has always been one age group tournament I look up to because I feel that some of them that were discovered should move up to the Super Eagles, even if it has not been like that. But for the tournament in Egypt, I expect us to do well, get to the finals, probably get to the semis and represent the continent.
Wow, I'm amazed. Finally, you've seen the light.
No. The truth remains that the trophy will elude us.
We're not defending champions, but we're the record winners of this tournament. Senegal are defending champions.
Yeah.
Olamide, there was a friendly game this week, right? And took out Egypt.
Yeah, we beat Egypt. For me, I feel like that's a resounding statement from the Flying Eagles. It shows that, look, we're on a mission.
Yeah.
And the team on a mission, they want to start by getting that morale booster. You're beating the host nation in a warm-up friendly before the tournament. So for me, I think there's no other morale booster that you can get compared to that one. So I'm really itching to go. I want to see the performance of these guys. They've been promising, actually. If you look at their, the campaign they've had, their training, I've actually followed it. Their campaign before this tournament. I'm just expecting so much from them.
Okay, it's relatively unknown players from the Nigerian football scene, a few players from abroad. Our first game is next Thursday, 1st of May, right? May Day. Up against Tunisia. But the most important actor has to be the manager, Ali Zubair.
Exactly.
Last season, champion from the President's Federation Cup, that's a mouthful. This year, El Kanemi has not lived up to that height, but we know this guy has got something about it.
Yeah, I think he has pretty sure that, okay, I'm going to take this boy to the promised land. If he will now get out of the promised land by lifting up the trophy, that we don't know. We could see how the boys are being, lined up. And again, we have superstars, arrays of stars. We have Barobo that have been, scoring goals. He scored at the friendlies. We have Akot that's played for Sporting Lagos. Fantastic goalkeeper. We have Bamei. He's the captain of the team. So he has looked out for those boys, and he has been with them for a couple of times. And I think this tournament is not going to shake him off. I think we are going to come out with something. If they are going to take out the trophy, bring back the trophy home, that I don't know.
Worst case, Nigeria reach final.
What me I'm expecting.
Worst case, Nigeria reach final. Prince, do you have anything to say?
Okay. What me I'm expecting from the guys is that they should just secure qualification for the World Cup.
That's a semi-final, please.
Yeah. So if you make it to the semi-final, that your half of your job is done.
Yeah.
Then the rest, just make sure you get to the final and stand a chance of winning the competition. So for me, I think they will take it one step at a time. First, secure that semi-final berth. If you do that, you have secured qualification for the World Cup. And then, go ahead to see if you can win the
I
competition?
will actually say, I want to say the first game. You know, your mood in the competition is quite different from your mood when you play friendlies. What is the tactical approach Zubair will bring to bear against Tunisia will say a lot in our next game, because the group we are has two North Africans.
Yeah, two North Morocco and
and
Tunisia.
you know how the North Africans play. They play.
We're going to beat them.
Hold on, Friday. I'm not saying we will.
They will eat it, they will shop
No,
it.
absolutely. I have confidence in the team because I have followed Zubair for quite some time. My own problem is the preparation, the period of preparation.
What's wrong with
has
the
always been
preparation
short.
for you?
It has always been short.
No, but they were previously camped. Remember, they were previously camped in Ikene. Right? They had games lineups against Egypt before the draws. This game against it was before the first draws. How unfortunately Nigeria was stuck with South Africa, Morocco, and Egypt. So that game had to be cancelled. And then they were in camp for a bit, doing nothing other than just training. Right? There were no opposition in front of them, away from Nigerian teams. I think that the preparation has been good. They moved them from Ikene to Abuja. So the under 17 girls
Under 17,
could move into that venue and continue preparations where they took on Algeria. I don't think that we don't have the requisite preparation. I think we do. I think it comes down to the boys interpreting the instructions. I'm very confident about this team, and I've said it over and over again that I feel that a final place for me would be the minimum.
Somehow I share your.
Yeah, I
view as
believe
well.
that too.
I feel like you don't
I
have
think
to
the
travel
boys are
outside.
real.
In the home
different.
video movie,
Yeah.
Nigerian Hollywood, the patient is awkward in this group. The
He's
person
Princewill.
because already rating and playing and shaking already like yeah.
You see, being optimistic is fantastic.
I'm not being optimistic, I'm being factual.
No, being optimistic
I'm
is
factual.
fantastic. Okay, being factual puts you very close to accuracy. There's always this doggedness every Nigerian team brings to them. Don't take that away. Yes, going to the World Cup, sure, I have that confidence. Getting to the final is a different ballgame.
Okay, all right, let's leave it at that. Any other thing to add?
Okay.
Okay. We hope that I hope we have our forfeit for this tournament because
Obviously,
oh yeah, okay.
I'm looking out for you.
What's your I said final. He said the semi-final. Okay, what's your thing?
Final.
Semi-final.
Okay.
I guess we're even.
We're even that.
we're even.
As for once, we're very close for once. I'm surprised, Princewill.
No, I would have wanted us to go for the trophy.
I want to say that, right? And I'm tempted to say that, but for me, I think the major goal is the World Championship.
Exactly.
I'm not even interested in the African. Like, you know what? Just qualify. I'm fine with it. We've never won the Under-20 World Cup. We've had close shaves.
No, when I was
Remember?
coming this morning, something was telling me Femi will agree with you. No, true. I just hope it doesn't work out that way.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Olamide, let's talk about the 35th Africa Weightlifting Championship. It's in Mocha, Mauritius. We don't get so much attention for other sports, especially this time, but I'm excited about the story. So tell us about it.
All right. So for me, I feel like this is a very interesting tournament. This is the 20th edition of the African Weightlifting Championship.
35th.
What's the problem?
35th.
35th, yeah.
Yes, that's what you call it. It's not the 20th. it's
Why are you
35th.
looking like
I have to engage you now. I have to engage you.
I don't
I have to eye to
because
eye.
I'm trying to understand. You've not seen a man on
go.
shades before.
Oh gosh.
So this is a good tournament for Nigerian weightlifters. We have 6 athletes representing us, and the tournament started on Wednesday, and so already Team Nigeria, they're already looking strong, qualifying for different finals. So I think it's going to be a very, very good one. We have a lot of things to look out for, especially if you look at previous tournaments and how we've performed. We're the third highest ranked country in terms of medals overall. We have 155 medals combined. We're second to
That's
Egypt.
history.
Yeah,
That's history.
So, but history also comes in play.
My
if you ask
question
me.
is, Olamide, have
Yes.
we improved from where we were the last time? Because I remember that we went to the Olympic Games, right, with weightlifters, and we're disappointed.
That's on the
So from
global
that,
scene.
so from that
the-
stage,
So where are we?
No, you see, I like to believe this thing that if we're
you said
talking
that
about
last year,
Africa, if we're talking about Africa,
Africa is part of the globe.
Nigeria dominates in Africa. We can't take
Egypt
that away.
dominates in Africa.
Egypt,
We're
Nigeria.
second.
You can't mention Egypt and Nigeria. Like Nigeria is always. in the
there's no
mix.
prize for second place. There's only prize for first. You don't win the silver. That's
Gold.
Look,
yes, it's just the gold.
whether you like it or not, the last tournament we won 6 gold medal.
Who was first?
Egypt. I like that.
I can't believe that you and I are having a Princewill like
You
reverse
don't
role.
reduce me to that level.
So we left he's on the okay.
No. As of it is, we're increasing you to that level.
Let me tell you something. Look, the truth is that we're expecting so much from the team. It's just a
No,
6-man
we're not expecting.
delegation.
So to act like Princewill, I think what we want to see is signs of development.
Exactly.
We want to see signs of growth. That's the truth. The
You'll see
Olympic
it
Games,
somewhere.
we were
You
bad.
will.
So my point is, if we were bad in the Olympic, I'm not going to
Like
mince
terrible.
words.
No,
we're bad.
Yeah.
No medal.
We need to see that when we come to the African team, there's some form of movement. Like we developed from the last, we learn lessons.
You know the thing, You let me tell you something that is very common.
don't tell me
with
funding is the
Nigerian
problem,
team. No, it's not
because-
about funding. There is, when it comes to Africa, Team Nigeria always finds a way to perform. But when we go to the globe, I know you will agree with this. If you don't, that's your cup of tea.
I don't.
When we come to Africa, we always compete.
Can I ask you a question for you?
Ask him this.
This is very, very pertinent.
Okay?
If you look at the weightlifting federation,
Yeah.
how many interstate competition or how many
Oh.
projects have they actually put in place to develop
Actually, to
talent?
start with that, we don't. But
That's
on a
truth.
regular basis, if you go to complexes, when I go to National Stadium, I see these weightlifters.
Doing what?
I'm not capping.
Doing what?
While in the way that
I'm not capping.
No,
I see them.
Olamide-
I see them training.
Olamide-
I think it's a personal training
Olamide-
for them.
Olamide-
It's just to build-
Olamide-
it's not from the federation.
Olamide,
Yeah.
Personally,
you need to come to my school of PR this management, because you need to do a lot harder already if you want to come. Now you know what I go through when I
You know he's the PRO man here. He's the PRO guy here.
I'm going to talk about the World Athletics Championship. A few Nigerians have qualified. Tobias Musa, Favour Philly. These guys, by the way, are training abroad. So
Yeah.
no excuses whatsoever. We're preparing for that event later this year.
Yeah, I think it's a good one. The expected guys have qualified, because if this name being mentioned are not qualified yet, then there is a problem. Good one, and I believe that we'll do well come later in the year in Tokyo.
I like some of the names coming out. Koinsola Ajayi, I think he's around the fastest time for them. Wasn't it this year? Right, there's also Tobias Musa, Favour Philly. She's put in a good shift this year. Ezekiel Nathaniel, Simon Ogazi. They've all done pretty well. Tima, God bless. Now, we do know certainly that there's a lot of challenges when we go international, because while the season is just starting, a lot of other people will get into gear before that September date for the World Athletics Championship. But all eyes will be on Favour Philly. She obviously has to be the poster girl of Team Nigeria. Fingers crossed, we'll see how that turns out. We're obviously wishing the team the best of luck in their preparations. So let's head for a break on the show. We've got more to talk about when we return. All right, so just to mention, before we go into other things, we've got 2 of the promoted teams for the Premiership next season. We know the 3 promoted teams this year are most likely going back. It's confirmed already, Leicester down. Southampton have confirmed their ticket in the Championship. Ipswich are not there yet mathematically, but very soon.
Ipswich are going.
If you're on your bait now, remember you said
I said so.
2 teams have been
I don't want to remind
promoted.
him.
Leeds United and Burnley. Now, remember, Burnley were relegated last season, right? So, coming back up, Leeds United 2 seasons ago are coming back on at Daniel Farker. It's interesting to mention that Farker has been promoted 3 times. He's won the championship 3 times. 2 with Norwich City and 1 with with Leeds.
Yeah.
And the 2 previous times, his teams got relegated.
And they'll get relegated again.
They are going back to where they are from.
You know what's annoying? You know what's annoying about it? It's that the last 2 years, the 3 promoted teams have been relegated.
And this time around, they'll also go back again.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's start off with what to look forward to for this weekend. The Copa Del Rey El Classico final comes alive. I said I started with you today because we'll give the PR master his opportunity in a moment. But let's talk about this final. Who is the favorite for this final?
I think the El Clasico is not carrying the weight it used to carry before now. No glamour, no glitz. It's just ordinary. It looks watery. And I think Barcelona is more likely to win this tie. Irrespective of Lewandowski is doubtful, Kylian Mbappe too looking doubtful. I think Barcelona is looking like they want to win this tie.
It's very simple to say Barca to win, Olamide, because 2 encounters this season already, Barca had big wins, and we all know how bad Real Madrid has been defensively. And I personally don't think Barcelona are playing great football. I think Real Madrid are just bad. So Real just makes Barcelona look super. Because think about all the games Real has lost this season against the top teams. Liverpool to mention, Barcelona to mention, Arsenal to mention. All those teams looked very good, even though they had struggles elsewhere. Arsenal has not won, two wins or 3 wins in the last 10 games, right? It's a pretty difficult, but you meet Real Madrid and you're coasting. But against Barcelona, how do you think this game would go for Carlo Ancelotti's side?
So I think this match is actually a season definer.
How? You don't need to win Super Cup.
I'll tell you, it's not about. No, I'm saying for Carlo Ancelotti, it's a season definer for him because look, you've lost the Super Copa, and you are out of the Champions League. You are trailing by 4 points in the league, and then you are in the final of the Copa del Rey to play against a team that has already beaten you twice. So the scrutiny that Carlo Ancelotti is facing as a Real Madrid manager, he has never been in this position in his life before. So it's a defining moment for him in the sense that he has to win. Now, looking at the context,
but is it enough? When I say he has, I agree with you that he has to win because Madrid is about winning. He's lost the Holy Grail. Like he's lost the most important title, the Champions, which is the most important for them. He's trailing in the league and he needs at least 5 points to be on top of that. Because if he has 4 points, head to head, it takes him out.
And they are meeting in 2 weeks' time.
They have another game again.
Yeah.
Does this keep him in the job, Princewill? Is this enough for him to still stay? Because there are reports linking Xabi Alonso with the position. What do you think? There's also stories around Jurgen Klopp.
It's not a defining moment for Carlo Ancelotti. Very well, the Madrid management needs that winning mentality, but I don't think him losing this game will serve as a terminating point. He will definitely continue and finish up the season.
Okay, all right. We know Brazil are in the wings waiting for him. There's a possibility of taking them to the World Cup in 2026. Now, that's it about Real Madrid. Barcelona TV, let's head back to you. What are the good things Barca has got going into this final?
I have no idea why you just called me what you did.
Barcelona TV.
You're just.
Well, I tried not to call you.
I don't know what to say to you. I don't know.
Will Barcelona lose this game?
No. Look.
Will Barcelona lose this game?
You would say no.
With Barcelona, don't tell me what people are watching.
Remember what I told you the previous weekend against Celta Vigo? It almost happened.
It almost happened, though.
It almost happened.
Barca and Real Madrid Barca beats their last game was a 0-0.
No,
right?
it was a 0-0.
Real Madrid against Getafe.
The midweek matches.
They both know that one goal just gets me through. And they even fielded second string players in both games for both Real and Barcelona.
Actually,
this is the target. Lewandowski may not play. Most likely won't play the game because he's out injured.
He won't actually play.
But there are others who can step into that position.
So look, you cannot take away the look. If you watch Barcelona
will win or not, you won't give me political answer.
I know they give political answer. It's difficult to predict.
You know what? Let me see.
No.
Yeah,
it's difficult. It's difficult.
Barcelona will not win this game.
No, I'm telling you.
Make your prediction now. We're going to predictions.
We should go to predictions.
Yes,
okay.
Prince, I better predict.
I think Barca will win.
Real Madrid to win.
I think Barca will win.
Barca to win.
I think Barca.
So all the you did say that to say
where he was going just trying to be liberal.
Around the
Real Madrid to win.
Barca to win.
I want Madrid to win.
I think in as much as I want Madrid to win, but it's looking like Barca.
I feel that Barcelona taking the title in the league, La Liga. You know what? That's fine. Go there.
I think they have extra motivation, Barca, because they're chasing treble.
That is where
I don't think Barca can win the treble.
That is where
they are chasing.
Barca
That's why I use the
win
word. They are chasing. So
Barca no fit win treble. Let me stop. Barca no fit win treble. This Barcelona no fit win treble.
No problem. You want to place a forfeit?
I want to place a forfeit.
Okay, so
I am open for it. But this Barcelona no fit.
Let's go now.
So let's do this way.
So what do you want to place?
Before you go for this forfeit, because of time.
Let's go.
This is going to be the longest forfeit we're taking. It will be to the end of the
season.
No,
if they lose on Saturday, the treble is out.
That's true.
So let's place a forfeit.
I'm very confident.
No. Are you the Champions League?
No.
I
said the treble cannot happen.
Yes.
So the treble is the league title, the Champions League, and the Copa Del Rey.
Yes.
I know they cannot win the Champions League. That one is already out.
So if they win,
I am ready to go to the end of the season. If I lose, if I win, what I want you to do is
what?
Every member of the team, the production team, right? No longer not the cast team. Every member of the production team gets a treat from you.
What kind of treat? You have to be specific. I can get them a biscuit of 100 naira.
If that's what your mind works, that's fine. Whatever the treat
So
is,
it's what he wants.
No,
this is what you do for me.
I will take that.
This is
no,
what
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to burden.
No, it's okay.
But I want him to.
Tell me what I want you to do for me. If the treble works, you're going to present the show on singlet.
I don't get fine singlets.
No, not for. Do you agree to the forfeit?
I agree to accept it.
No problem.
I have at least about 3 more weeks to start working out.
Management will not take that.
I have to start working out from now to
Management will not take that.
When I have to start off my push-ups, I know.
Olamide knows that forfeit will not work.
He has to do
take
it.
that.
Okay, let's
I know I will not lose.
Should we try something else?
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I know I will not lose.
No problem.
I know I will not lose.
That's fine.
Is it good for us to go now to the third segment of the
can.
show? Right. Okay, let's go. Prediction segment. Since we're already in there, we're starting off with Nigeria. Remember the NPFL, we're hitting the final 4 games of the season. And confidently, I've always said this, Remo wins the title. Yeah. No questions whatsoever. Yeah. So Remo's game against Niger Tornadoes this weekend, I don't think it's really up for discussion. You know, let's just give it to Remo. But let's go to some hot games. And Prince, we're starting off with you because this concerns you. This would interest you, Princewill. This would interest you, Princewill Oviesan.
What happened to Heartland will not happen this time around.
Something happened to Heartland?
Yes.
Heartland won at the cathedral.
We're brotherly enough to give them a safe landing.
Princewill, your Rangers is shameless.
How?
Last week, you guys beat Lobby Stars and you were saying, oh, we had a good away victory. Where was
the game that we went to Lobby?
Which Lobby? You did not go to any Lobby.
Wait.
You did not go anywhere.
When we gave Heartland a smooth ground to land, when you beat
Lobby, where did you play the game? Enugu. In which stadium? Cathedral. Why are you not saying we had a tough away game?
That was your
which person's fans were inside the stadium? Is it not your fans?
Imagine.
Maybe your fans inside the stadium.
Enyimba, Rangers, all the way, we're winning.
Rangers to win Enyimba.
Sam Eguma.
We're winning.
Eguma.
At home.
Femi, don't argue Enyimba. They are not formidable at this time.
Femi, a draw.
I think a win for Rangers.
A draw. My prayer is a defeat for Rangers.
I think a win.
But because God will not give me what I want. Yes, God will not give me what I want.
You can't get it, you know.
A win, outrightly.
I think a win for Rangers.
You struggle to a draw.
Yeah, let it be. It's still a win, even if you struggle. It's still a win.
Okay, let's go to the next game. Aqua United, Ikorodu.
I know.
You have to know that our producer's foresight is
good. What you need to do is give me Ikorodu City's game to predict.
No, we'll not give you.
So I think
let somebody from Lagos. Remember, you're Lagosian.
Ikorodu is having a very fantastic season. I think this particular tie is a decider for Aqua if they will still be
in the
NPFL or if they are going down the rail. So I think Aqua need this particular game very well, more than Ikorodu, and they are playing away from home. Ikorodu City, they are playing away from home. I think it's going to be a very tough one, but I'm seeing Ikorodu City defeating them.
All right, Kano Pillars against Rivers United. Remember, there's still second place up for grabs as well. What do you think?
I think it will end in a draw.
Okay.
To be modest, yes.
If results don't go their way, it could possibly be a smooth sail for Remo Stars.
Remo Stars, if they win and everything aligns,
they win the
title.
Now, we can say the team of the season. Well, I know we're almost at the end of the NPFL season. The team of the season most likely will stand out to be Ikorodu City. The coach of the year.
I agree with him absolutely.
Does anyone disagree with that?
How can you say the team of the season will be Ikorodu City when you have the champions?
No. I understand where Femi is coming from.
I understand where it's coming from.
You cannot. I can also dispute this because a team of this. When you are talking about team of the season, you have to look at what did they achieve this season. What has Ikorodu City achieved?
A lot.
They are
from the NNL. Did they win anything?
Hold on.
The world does not know second place finishers. It's only the first place finishers.
It's taking you on now.
I'm using your words.
I'm waiting for you to finish.
Yeah, I'm using your words. Talk what you want to talk.
So, have you ever seen a newly promoted team in any league in the world?
Leicester won it.
Leicester promoted that year.
Leicester won it.
No,
they were not promoted that year. They were promoted the previous year.
It was 2 years later.
I heard you. So hear me now. I think you were saying I didn't interrupt your conversation.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I'm saying is, have you ever seen a newly promoted team challenge for the title? One, no. Have you seen a team score the most? They're the highest scorers in the NPFL. A league that has Rangers, a league that has Enyimba, a league that has Kano Pillars, that has Remo Stars. No. Have you also seen a team?
Why are you going this far now? We've agreed.
No, but I'm trying to zero in.
3-1.
So number 3, you mentioned Remo Stars, and I agree that Remo has done well. And if Ikorodu wasn't in the league, maybe Remo or Abia Warriors would get the nod. I'm saying this because Remo has the ability in terms of finances. Remember, they got Sikura Alimi. Last year they had Junior Lokosa. They sold him. For you to sell Lokosa means you have the Arsenal. 3, they have been the most consistent private team, including government team in the NPFL. They've been knocking on that. They've been second but 2 seasons, if I'm correct. So how do you now say that team actually been number 1?
Who was the first man to get to the moon?
What does that got to do with?
Who was the second person?
No, it wasn't the first. No.
What does that got to do
The question, no. They all got to the moon. It was the first person to touch down.
Who was the first man to touch down on
They all got touched down together at the same time.
Who was
because
the
the aircraft touched down
on the moon? Neil
No,
Armstrong.
what's the
Who was
correlation?
the second
What's
man?
the correlation between?
Do you remember
I
the
don't know
second
where you are
man?
driving
No,
at.
the world does not remember
Can we
the
go
second
on, please?
person.
Olamide, you win this.
Away from this.
I win now. I win now.
I win.
I win.
I win for peace to win.
I
agree.
win.
For peace to reign.
Which one be for people to
This
win?
is the Cinderella of the
Yes,
NPFL team.
yes, no argument whatsoever.
Yes.
Let's go to Premier League games this weekend. Chelsea against Everton. You know, I feel for Maresca because
Why?
well, at some point they were second in the Premier League table. It looked as if Champions League was wrapped for them. Now it looks like all of a sudden all the other teams around them are just awake. Aston Villa, Manchester City, Newcastle. Everybody wants that Champions League place. Remember, top 5 will qualify for Champions League. They're against Everton, and Everton.
Great spoilers.
They've done so well this year. As a matter of fact, and they've done so well that
David Moyes just came to show that he is just
I've been
a
there.
genius. Yes.
And
he's a European title winner.
yeah. I think it's going to be a very good game in as much as Chelsea is at home. But I'm looking at an offset here. Maybe probably a draw.
Draw.
They've had
I also
several
think it
draws.
will be a draw.
Yes, I also agree.
I think it's a win for
tough
Chelsea.
not to crack.
I think it's a win. I think that Everton concentration wise, and if Tarkowski doesn't return, because the game against City, Tarkowski played very well. Once Tarkowski was out and Michael King got into that defense, Tuchel went in. Tottenham Hotspur away to Liverpool, right? Princewill, let's take you on that. Liverpool could win the title this year. It means that from the next game, everybody will have to start doing guard of honor, including Arsenal, your favorite Arsenal. But against Tottenham Hotspur, who have been so inconsistent, playing at home could be a way to give their fans what they want.
I think
Liverpool does need a draw.
I think exactly that
A
was
draw
going
is
to-
just what they need.
They just need 1 point to actually get out of the league, and I think they'll get that. Considering the fact that Tottenham has not been too fantastic, they're occupying 14th or
Them and Man U are in the same neighborhood. Just like that. They're in the same neighborhood.
13th, 14th.
Yes, like
But for me,
United is 14th. That means they're 15th.
United, they're 14th.
okay,
That means they're 15th.
for me, I think Liverpool will just clinch the league this weekend.
What do you think Spurs should do to their manager at the end of the season? Keep faith with him, buy new players, sack the manager and get someone else? Because he says he always wins a title in his second season.
He's still in the
He's
Europa
still in the
League.
Europa, they're in the semi-final. So mathematically, there's still the possibility. If he wins the Europa and putting all the positives on the table, should they still keep him or sack him?
Even if he gets to the final of the Europa League, they should still keep him.
With the results in the Premier League?
Yes.
Wow. I'm going to sack him. I'm going to go for sacking.
All you need
I'm
to
going
do,
to go for sacking.
all you need to do is to look for areas that were not too good within the team and get a group of
But
players
he's
to fill
got
it up.
players.
See, that Spurs, they don't have any excuse not
Because,
to
yeah.
win. They don't.
What's the excuse? Nottingham
They don't
Forest
have
are
any
playing well.
excuse not
So
to
are you
win.
saying that it is the technical inept of the coach that
Yes.
is making them?
I think,
Yes.
I think because look, it is the easiest thing to do is to blame the manager.
And that's it, because
like
you
the
can't
easiest
blame
thing.
the
But
25
managers
players.
also have an influence in the
Yeah.
team's output.
He picks the players.
Yeah, they do. So look, for me, just look around and see if you can get a quality manager. And then
So are you
see
not
what
telling me
happens.
that with what Pep Guardiola is passing through is the problem of Man City or the players and the
No, he is the problem. Pep, for this year, we can sugarcoat it all we want. And the reason why we're saying this is because Pep has credit in the bank. 4 Premier League titles in the last 4 years. 6 in the last 7 years. So he's got credit in the bank. But the fact that he has kept De Bruyne to this stage is your fault. The fact that you brought back Gundogan into this team is your fault.
But he
The
has his
fact that
reason.
no, but they have not delivered this year. So it's your decision that failed.
Yeah.
The fact that number one, you did not replace Julian Alvarez. You made so many decisions. It's your decision. I'm not going to sit down and deny.
I agree with you, actually.
I'm not going to deny. We agree that he's a good coach.
And sometimes overthinking doesn't.
Yes.
He's an overthinker.
I feel that sometimes he's not flexible enough to change.
He's an overthinker.
And that's where my fight, when Man United fans mention, I'm sorry, Opey, for coming at this point, but when Man United fans say, oh, the manager has not had transfer windows, he has not bought his player, and I quickly mentioned Everton. I mentioned Wolves. that these guys brought in managers.
The same players.
Yes, and the same players all of a sudden started getting results.
Yeah.
So what's the excuse?
I agree. Nice.
Okay, so last one, Inter against AS Roma,
Yeah.
Interland Serie A. Remember that Claudio Ranieri has not lost in 17. He's up against Inter, who in the league, well, their form seems come ça.
Yeah.
What do you think?
They even lost, they're out of the Coppa Italia. They lost to AC Milan in the Milan derby. So Roma obviously on form. I think this game might just be a draw.
Okay.
Yeah, I see a draw in the game.
All right, let's leave it at that. We've got to go, but before we go, in our usual tradition, we ask, has anyone got any fun thing this weekend to do?
Yeah,
It's Saturday,
I do.
It's a Saturday, but you never can tell.
I'll be hosting my secondary school mates.
Oh, right, that's really
Sunday.
nice. Oh, that's good.
And the union has really grown. We turn it around ourselves quarterly, so it's my turn to host them, about 72 of them.
Wow.
70.
How do you guys even keep in touch?
Oh, 70 of you. Wow,
72.
that's amazing.
How do you
72.
keep in touch with your second?
Wait, so that's the whole form.
Yes, that's the whole form. We're about...
Can you use form? Use a use form with your time.
We're about...
Maybe JSS or
no,
SS.
form,
Now form you
form
use with your
five.
time. I know that's
We're about 102. So far, so good. 11 of us are no more.
Yeah, so rest in peace.
We lost one last year, I told you. So we've been able to get ourselves
Yeah, that's
out
it.
of the 72, 11 are in diaspora. But whenever we meet like that,
They're always part of it.
quarterly, they come on Zoom since Zoom is around. We
Well, that
share.
makes
Oh,
sense.
I mean, there's going to be a live stream.
Yes.
Are you guys going to dance?
You can be rest
I'm
assured.
going to be there and not live stream. Please do share
You're
the stream.
invited,
I'm going to be there.
Guys, you're all
I'm going to be
invited.
there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to see what's going on.
On
Really.
Saturday, right?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
After church, you can go there.
I'll try.
Okay.
Give me a call.
Any other fun
Yeah, for
text
me,
message?
it's a low-key weekend, just a weekend full of matches. I'm looking forward to the El Classico.
Oh my
I'm gonna
goodness!
watch it.
I walked into this
I
trap.
won't
How
miss
did
it.
I ask this?
So that's just my weekend
How?
lineup of activities.
How?
Don't worry, it's no big deal.
How?
I'll call you after the final.
Oh goodness, Lord! Don't, I'm going to just block your
I'll
number
call you after the
immediately.
final. Femi, I told you.
No way! The God of Heaven, they do this for us. Okay, any good thing for you?
The weekend is just, me, myself, and I.
I like that.
You like that?
I like that because great things happen when you yourself and you alone stay together. I'm just going to be watching my fantasy Premier League. Currently, all my mini leagues, I'm in third in one, very close to the second. The other one, I'm top of the league. And we've got into squeaky bum time, Ferguson style, squeaky bum time, and there's a lot of prizes at stake. So I realized I want to invest more in my fantasy Premier League to the last.
Please, when you win.
And I think you're doing well.
Oh, I'm doing very well. So I've got loads of competitors from last year. I was the winner in one of my mini leagues, and there was a prize money, right?
Please bring the prize money. Let's share.
And the last year I was pretty cheerful. I shared with half of the team, and then the remaining half of them, and I kept it to myself.
Which team? The invisible team?
No, the team I played against. I felt that, just to pepper my enemies, I give them something, a little token just to pepper them. But this year, no, I'm just going to spend.
Petty.
I am, I know. But this year promises to be good. So I spent time watching through all of that. So you can also join us as well, share your thoughts with us on everything we've discussed and more. I would love to hear from you on our social media platform right here on iRavelStudios. Big thanks to Opeyemi, imoru, Olamide Onwuka, and Princewill Oviesan. Femi, have yourself a great weekend, and we'll catch you next time. Remember, go out, do great things, but above all, everyone be safe. Bye.